Hey, back on Kook. Broken Heart tonight, we'll delve into the touching story of two superstars who not only captivated the world with their talent and hard work, but also with a sincerity rarely seen in the entertainment world. Yes, this is the story of Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, two names who always bring light to their every step. But this time, that light carries a shadow of sorrow. Because their big win at Weibo Night 2025 wasn't solely for themselves, but a tribute full of love and loss to their late friend, Yu Menglong. That night, the world seemed to stop turning. The spotlight shone on the faces of two men who stood tall, their eyes glistening, not from pure joy, but from tears threatening to spill. The applause of thousands of spectators echoed throughout the magnificent hall, but beneath the roar, there was a silence that only the two of them could feel. Because in their hearts, there was one empty seat, the seat that should have belonged to Yu Menglong. Time seemed to be turning backward. Xiao Zhan still remembers the day the three of them first met, in a small practice room filled with mirrors and sweat. It was Yu Menglong who always encouraged him. "We'll stand on the big stage one day," he said with a smile. At the time, no one imagined that dream would come true, but without him, over the years, they traveled the same difficult path. Their friendship was built not only on laughter and jokes, but also on sleepless nights, long practice sessions, and invisible wounds. Yu Menglong was always the most patient, the most sincere. He never envied, never gave up. Even when his health began to decline, he remained in the studio, encouraging Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. "Don't stop. The world needs to know who you are," he said at the time. But fate had other plans. In late 2024, the sad news came. Yu Menglong passed away, suddenly, leaving everyone who knew him in a state of deep sorrow. Fans, friends, and colleagues in the entertainment industry were in disbelief. Xiao Zhan, who was in the middle of filming at the time, even canceled his schedule. Wang Yibo, who rarely displays his emotions in public, was even seen crying at the airport when the news was confirmed. From that day on, the two of them made a promise. No matter what, any success they achieved afterward would always belong to three people, not two. That's why the night of Weibo Night 2025 was so meaningful. When their names were announced as the winners of the Duo of the Year award, the two simply looked at each other. No words, just a small, meaningful smile. When Xiao Zhan took the microphone, the entire room fell silent. He stared up at the star-studded ceiling, as if searching for someone among the lights. His voice trembled as he said, "Tonight, this victory isn't just for us. It's for someone who always believed in us, even when the world didn't. Menglong, we know you're watching from up there. This is yours too." Wang Yibo, usually cool and composed, added in a low but soulful voice, "You once said we'd get here together. We kept that promise. Even though you're not here physically, but we know you're in our hearts forever." The atmosphere turned silent. Even the MC on stage lowered his head. Several fans in the audience began to cry, not just because of their words, but because of the sincerity emanating from two friends who had lost someone so precious. Social media exploded that night. The hashtags #Menglong and #Xiao Zhan Wang Yibo for you trended across various platforms. Thousands of fans wrote touching messages, remembering past moments together. An old video of them practicing together went viral again with tearful comments. "He would have been proud to see you guys." Backstage, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo sat side by side in silence. Their trophies were placed on the table, but between them was a small photo of Yu Menglong smiling. "Look, we did it," Xiao Zhan said softly. Wang Yibo simply nodded, gazing at the photo with tears in his eyes. In the silence, there was an invisible presence, as if Yu Menglong were actually there, smiling as he had in the past. That night wasn't just an awards ceremony. For them, it was a night of farewell and reunification, a journey between a world that still goes on and a world that has stopped. The fans in attendance could feel it, a warm energy, a gentle sorrow, and a love that transcends the limits of life. A few days later, on his studio's official account, Xiao Zhan wrote a simple message: "True friends never leave. They just change places from our side to our hearts." Wang Yibo, meanwhile, posted a photo of the night sky with the caption, "To you, who are now the brightest star, we will keep going." The two also announced that a portion of the prizes and profits they received that night would be donated in Yu Menglong's name to support young people dreaming of becoming artists. That's what he would have wanted, they wrote. This small gesture was a tangible expression of their love for their dear friend who had passed away. Fans around the world also showed tremendous support. They launched a charity campaign called Light for Menglong, lighting virtual candles and writing messages of love in various languages. There was a sense of loss, but also a sense of gratitude, because their story reminded everyone that true friendship is timeless. Now, every time Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo perform on stage, they always take a small moment to look up at the sky or bow. It's a silent tribute, a symbol that their friend is still present every step of the way. Time may pass. New awards will come, big projects will roll in. But one thing will never change: their love and respect for Yu Menglong. Because, after all, the brightest stars never truly fade. They simply move on, lighting up the hearts of those left behind. A few weeks after that night, the media once again highlighted a previously untold moment of togetherness. A short documentary was released by the production team that had worked with the three of them. In the video, Yu Menglong, Xiao Zhan, and Wang Yibo are seen laughing in their old practice room, the place where it all began. Menglong says, patting their shoulders, "If one day I can't go on stage, you must still stand and let the world know that the three of us fought together." Those words now feel like his final message. Every time fans rewatch the clip, they can't hold back their tears. Xiao Zhan wrote in an interview that after Yu Menglong's departure, he often felt his best friend's presence around him. Sometimes when he sang, the microphone felt heavier, as if someone was holding it with him. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo admitted that every time he danced, he always visualized Menglong in his movements. "I want him to keep dancing with me," he said softly in an interview that moved many to tears. Their friendship had transcended the boundaries of life and death, becoming a living memory with every step they took. And that night at Weibo Night 2025 will always be remembered, not as the triumph of two superstars, but as the night three friends reunited in the light. That was the touching story of that night, where tears turned into strength and loss became a form of eternal love. See you in